4th of July celebrations are happening this weekend, and while a lot of people enjoy the festivities, there are real struggles with crowds and loud noises for some. Our Kelsey O'Donnell talked with Prisma Health psychiatrist, and she's live in the studio right now to explain how we can all do some things to help people who are struggling. Kelsey.
Amy, whether it's combat related or not, medical professionals say people with post-traumatic stress disorder at times struggle with large celebrations and the noisy displays that come with holidays like the 4th of July. 4th of July celebrations often involve big crowds, bright lights, and lots of fireworks. They're all things doctors say can cause stress, raise anxiety, and bring back traumatic memories for many people, including veterans.
The holiday can be uniquely stressful for military veterans and others struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD.
Prisma Health is breaking down things that can trigger PTSD on the days leading up to and on the 4th. One of those triggers, large crowds.
There are certain things about the 4th of July that can be challenging. Crowds can be a source of anxiety.
Dr. Benjamin Griffith is a 24-year veteran of the U.S. Navy who's now a medically trained psychiatrist.
These times can be very trying, and indeed the lead up to and after can sometimes create stress all their own in anticipation of the challenges of 4th of July.
From flashing lights to loud explosions. Dr. Griffith says America's day of celebration can resurface past experiences.
And understand that the person who has these issues may be more anxious or more irritable in the days leading up to or during the days of celebration.
But there are ways to help. Doctors recommend asking those who struggle how they're doing. Talk to them about their plans around the holiday and ask them if they would like to be included or maybe stay at home.
Give them a little more space, be a little more understanding than usual. Be aware that since they have challenges around this, be sure to talk with them about this.
Doctors say earplugs and blackout curtains can also help, but keep in mind those are all recommendations. Each individual will have their own coping mechanisms and way to process and handle the stress. Kelsey O'Donnell, 7 News.
Kelsey, really important information. Thank you. There are more resources available if you're struggling with anxiety or PTSD around these holidays. You can find a list in the article on WSPA.com.